It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Lane USA, Advanced Car Care Center, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Wednesday, halfway through the week. And as we do, we have news to tell you about from around the Ozarks.
All right. You could call it another day, another denial for developer Ralph Duda, who has the Be Kind and Merciful BK&M properties. Duda says that he has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to move forward and develop the corner of Sunshine and National, only to be met with fierce opposition from the nearby neighborhood, which is University Heights, and from the Springfield City Council. Council has again denied Duda's efforts to remand his rezoning proposal to go back to Planning and Zoning Commission. Duda now owns that 2.6 acre lot right there across from the hospital. He was hoping the city would allow hotels to be allowed as permitted use on that property, like potentially. But for now, City Council is expected to vote on the request to rezone that area at its next meeting, which is on October 20th.
Man, that has been such an ordeal. The University Heights neighbors, they want to block everything. They say that it's residential and should stay residential, which that's understandable for a neighborhood. They bought the land and had great ideas for it that have kind of fizzled and changed over the time. So it doesn't look like that there's going to be any kind of compromise on this. And
yeah, it went to court too at one point, the judge basically said some of the laws on the books as to what it can be is like unenforceable. And so that's kind of given the green light for like the potential of development. But that whole thing is like still in litigation.
Yeah, I mean, it's been involved
for this, yeah. And I don't remember all the details of that court case. I just remember thinking it still made it really messy.
Yeah. And we're 3 years in now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Today is the day that Springfield gets back to 3 license offices. How about that? It's welcome news for a lot of folks who go to the DMV. The new location on South Campbell, just south of Walnut Lawn, opens today. It replaces the location that was on Battlefield Road that closed just a few months ago. The new office is operated by the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. And downtown Springfield, if you've driven down there, maybe you've seen it, now home to a huge piece of artwork about 60 feet tall, 6 stories, in fact. It was painted over the weekend on the side of the U at Park East apartment building, located on St. Louis Street. It depicts a woman with her arms out in a colorful display and even includes the famous Route 66 sign, as well as a deer and some other animals. So it's an interesting and impressive piece of artwork whenever you see how high it is and how big it is and how quickly they were able to do it. A couple of artists came to town to do that. And the Route 66 Festival is coming up.
Yeah, I want to see it in person.
Next year.
Got to see a picture. And it looks really cool. So now I need to go drive down. Okay, rural Missouri. This story is mainly for you. Missouri was found to have the 3rd most locations in the nation that had poor access to internet. There's a federal initiative that will help states help with that problem, with infrastructure and jobs where you would need internet. They're going to be investing over $700 million to bring broadband to some 200,000 homes and businesses in Missouri. So if you live in rural Missouri, again, the aim is to get broadband to you.
Okay. A lot of people live in rural Missouri. That's for sure.
That's right.
Springfield's Macadoodle store is now open again. The location there on East Independence in South Springfield, you may recall, closed suddenly back in June without really any explanation. It just reopened with a new owner. The Republic Macadoodles, meanwhile, also closed in recent months. It was purchased by Casey's and turned into one of their Good Stop stores. So it's a different version of their convenience store. That's in Republic, but the one in Springfield, the Macadoodles, is now open again.
All right.
And it is hard to believe, but Christmas is just 78 days away. Isn't that nuts to think about?
Yes.
Stores are now looking to hire for the holidays, Bass Pro among them. In fact, Bass Pro Shops is holding a hiring fair today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Bass Pro in Springfield and down on the Branson Landing. So 2 locations. You can walk in and apply for a job. You can also, they would appreciate it, and it would be helpful for you, they say, if you can apply for part-time and full-time gigs in advance online at the following address: basspro.com/careers. basspro.com/careers. And then walk-ins are welcome from 10 to 7 today and tomorrow.
All right. We told you it was coming, and now we know when. Hawaiian Brothers Island Grill is expected to open in Springfield at the beginning of February. The fast casual restaurant is going into the former Wendy's, which is there on East Battlefield and National. They are also looking to open a second location somewhere else in Springfield, and then also a store in Joplin. And we were talking about Hawaiian Brothers Island Grill. I have not been, but it is in Kansas City. And a lot of the people that I'm with in Kansas City, primarily for like kids sporting things, they are big fans. So now I'm kind of excited to try it now that we will be having one locally.
Well, I appreciate it coming all the way here just for me to try it, because I have not tried it either. Because when I'm with the boy, or the girls, actually, up in Kansas
it's Torchy's
City,
Taco. We can't pass it by.
Swim meets or soccer, they haven't chosen that place, but maybe it'll be a new favorite when it gets to town. We'll see.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Finally, you were talking about the big mural in Springfield. Do you remember Muffler Man? Like, I feel like you've seen him. He was on St. Louis Street. It's like the huge chef statue. Are you familiar?
Yeah. Do we not have a picture?
Oh man.
That's
do.
Right. You talk.
Okay.
Yeah, you talk.
So he's moving, and it's weird because that's not on my normal route. So I don't see him all the time. But for some reason, when I heard that he was moving, I was a little bit like, "Aw, that's a bummer." However, the good news is he's still going to be on Route 66. He's just moving from Springfield to Veneta, Oklahoma, to a cafe there, but one that still sits on Route 66. So Springfield, as you know, is preparing to host the big centennial celebration of Route 66 next year. And they are planning a new gateway statue that will be nearby where that was on St. Louis Street. So yeah, the used to be occupied by Muffler Man, but if you have seen the gateway statue that they have in the works, it's gonna be cool eventually. So yeah, we'll have to keep you posted on that, but he is going bye-bye, and it's going to make space for a new monument to take his place.
It's taking forever. It's taken forever, but I got it. So if you're watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there he is.
That is Muffler Man. If you're not watching, you have to create it in your head. Which you were already doing as Sarah was talking. But there it is. I just drove by it on St. Louis Street just a couple of weeks ago. I went down to Jordan Valley Park to MC the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and drove right by that thing and thought, oh, that's a neat thing. Neat for it to be on 66. And then as soon as I said that, it left.
Yeah. I mean, because his belt buckle, if you zoom in on that picture, you can see the Route 66 belt buckle.
Yep.
So there you go. Anyway, but fear not, he'll still be on the route. Okay, that's all we got. If you go to aroundtheozarks.com, we have events galore. There are lots of events happening this upcoming weekend. One of my favorites is Apple Butter Making Days in Mount Vernon, there on the square. And one of the original apple butter makers is a church in Mount Vernon. They brought me some homemade apple butter from their, kettle, their whatever it's called. What is it? Iron cast? I don't know. What do you call that, Ethan? Like the fancy kettles,
it's copper.
Like the big
Isn't
one?
it copper?
Yeah, you're right. Actually, copper. Yeah, you're right. It's not iron cast. It is copper. You're right about that. Anywho, all that to say, that's this weekend. That is one of the many events happening on the calendar this weekend. Also, there is the Gilloy's Ghost Light Sessions. Yikes. Harvest Fest. That's a good time, presented by Vital Farms. That's at Rutledge Wilson Farm Park. We were telling you about that. You can go out, take the kids, have their pictures made. Apple Butter Making Days. Maple Leaf Festival. That one is in Carthage. It is also lovely, has live music and vendors and food. There's just a million things. Oh, this is fun. People like this. The Relics Amazing Garage Sale. You know, people like garage sales, and it's happening at Relics, which is just a cool venue. So anyway, check it all out. I listed like 5 of probably 20 different events happening right now at aroundtheozarks.com on our events calendar.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Okay.
Well, that will do it for a Wednesday. And
all right.
We do hope you join us back here on Thursday for more news.
All right. See you then. Have a great day, guys.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Wednesday in the Ozarks. Thanks for tuning in to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather to start your day. It's chilly out there. We have temperatures near 50 degrees this morning. It is cool. It is crisp. It is feeling like fall. We've been waiting to break out the fall gear. You can do that today. It is going to be a cooler day in the forecast with temperatures near normal for afternoon highs and overnight lows. We're kind of feeling what it should feel like in October. It's been warm recently. And of course, yesterday we had the clouds around, the gloomy, cloudy skies through the forecast in the early day. It kept temperatures down a bit, and today is going to follow suit in terms of temperature. The sunshine is back in the forecast, though, today, and those clear skies, one of the reasons that it got so chilly overnight last night. It will be a cooler day overall, but this is going to be a great choice for getting outside. Sunshine, high temperature of 75 in Springfield, wind not so bad. Perfect day for outdoor activities. I really encourage you to take advantage of the weather today, even if it's just to grill this evening, sit outside for dinner, take a little stroll. Great day for it all across the Ozarks. It's going to be beautiful weather, and I'm expecting tranquil conditions through much of the afternoon and evening. We've got a frontal boundary draped all across the southern tier of the United States, and that indicates that the cold front for us is through. We have high pressure controlling our weather pattern now. That means no rain in our forecast and nice sunshine to enjoy through the course of the day today. I do have a warming trend that begins again tomorrow. I still think temperatures are near normal, upper 70s in the forecast for Thursday. But by Friday and the weekend, we've got temperatures creeping back up into the low 80s and the mid 80s by Sunday. Mostly dry weather is also expected through this time frame. So not a whole lot in the way of precip in this forecast, just kind of day after day of enjoyable weather. Perfect if you're choosing some outdoor projects, getting some fall yard work done. Conditions should be very nice to enjoy. Low temperatures, well, they're going to fall back into the 40s overnight tonight. It will be cool early tomorrow. Jacket weather, definitely. I think we stay in the mid and upper 70s on Thursday under full sunshine. Temperatures in the upper 70s by Friday, flirting with 80 degrees, and will likely be in the 80s again by the weekend forecast. But overall, it will be a fantastic day in the Ozarks. So I encourage you to get out and enjoy. If you can't make it today, you got another couple nice options here in the 7-day forecast. Around the country, here's what's making headlines. It's above average temperatures for most in the United States. There is, however, a cool down happening for our friends in Florida, and we are experiencing kind of a one-day cool down here in the Midwest. We have drought conditions that are deepening out in the west and in the plains as an extended period of dry weather is underway. And the Northern Rockies, they are bracing for an early fall chill as a very powerful cold front moved through, creating cold conditions, perhaps with lows falling back into the 30s a couple of nights for our friends out in the Northern Plains. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question. And the question that I left for you yesterday was this: in which century did the practice of trick-or-treating as we know it today begin to take shape in North America? Do you think this happened in A, the 17th century, B, the 18th century, C, the 19th century, or D, the 20th century? Well, if you guessed D, the 20th century, you would be correct. This was an evolved tradition from earlier traditions of souling and guising brought by Irish and Scottish immigrants. The phrase trick or treat and the practice of children dressing in costumes and collecting candy became widespread in North America during the 1920s and 1930s, becoming a popular and established Halloween activity by the mid 20th century. So, if D, 20th century was your guess, congratulations. Here's the trivia question for tomorrow. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, what do the three witches famously chant while stirring their cauldron, hinting at their dark intentions? Do you remember what they say? Is it A, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble? B, double, double, toil and trouble? C, stir and stew, make it new? Or D, chant and charm, do no harm? What do those three witches in Macbeth say while stirring their cauldron? If you think you remember, let me know or take a guess at our website. It's aroundtheozarks.com. Big shout out to our sponsors today, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Thanks for listening this morning. Enjoy this day. It's going to be fabulous. You need a jacket. You need sunglasses. That's about it. Otherwise, things will be quite nice. We'll catch you again early tomorrow morning.